Hello, everyone. Hoping that somebody's there and you can hear me. There's a few of you in. Who's here?
Me.
Well, I know you're here.
Sarah.
Pattern Keeper's not working for me very well today. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hello, Anna, Karen, how are you? And Andy and Heather, hello. How are we doing today? Are we good? Hello, Sharon. Hello, Mrs. Miggins. She says, good evening, Nicola, Andy, and Stitches.
Hello, hello.
Andy is here, so he may be tip-tapping away in the background.
Well, I actually don't need to write anything currently, but I will be doing something on here. I don't know what yet.
Hi, Katinka. And Sherry, hello there. Hope you're all well this evening. Miserable Sunday evening. Started raining again earlier here. But, well, we're inside, we're in the warm, and we have stitching, so...
I don't know where you lot would be without stitching.
I don't know where we'd be either. Probably causing mayhem and mischief some other way. So as you can see, Envy has come out to play tonight. This part here is the top of her hair. So I'm wanting to get these bits sort of filled in and then I can start, because it's a lot of 310 in that bit just there. Yes, Mrs. Miggs would be out causing mayhem somehow, wouldn't we? Teach the young ones of today a thing or two, eh? Because, you know, I don't think the young ones realise that we've done it all.
Here comes our Lolly.
Lauren's in the house.
Hello.
So what are we all working on? As you can see, I've got Envy out. So let me know, what have you got on your stand or frame, or even in hand?
It's all in hand.
And have any of you been up to anything exciting in this last week? A couple of things have happened here. I've had a few days off from work and I had a haircut. So if you're not friends with me on Facebook, you won't have seen it.
Are you
But
going to turn the camera around so people can see? Or?
If you let me finish, dear.
Oh.
But you will see it on my floss tube tomorrow, so it gives you every reason to tune into my floss tube, because I've just washed it and it's a bit fluffy and fly away at the moment. So 3, 3, 4, 6. Yep. So yeah. Had a steady sort of a day today. I went to Nottingham with Hannah on Friday for until yesterday evening, till Saturday evening. And we did the Christmas market and a bit of shopping and a bit of mum and daughter time, which was quite nice. although we were tired when we came back. And I didn't sleep too well. We had a hotel and it had like a storage heater type thing, and it was thermostatically controlled. And every time the temperature changed and it kicked in, or it was warm enough so it turned off, it made this awful ticking noise. So I didn't get a lot of sleep. But we had a nice couple of days and did a lot of walking, walked his little socks off. So Heather stitching on Felice by Pain Free Crafts. That sounds lovely. I had my Pain Free Crafts piece out earlier this week. Mrs. Miggins, not a stitching at present, lost the bug. Oh dear. Just come back from my daughter's after 2 days, not enough time with her. Did you have to go far, Mrs. Miggins? Was it a distance for you to travel as well? And your bug will come back, I'm sure. Mine left me, albeit briefly. It does sometimes sort of in an early evening. I just sit here and I think, I don't want to stitch. And then I pick up some stitching and I wonder why I felt like I wasn't going to stitch. There we go. Sandy, Stocking Deer Creek, the Donegal singer. Oh, yes. Yep. Seen that one. 18.64%. Super job. Lovely, lovely that, Sandy.
No,
I haven't.
Andy.
Sandy.
Oh.
Dear,
That's the problem with headphones. You can't hear everything.
Take them off then, Wally.
To be honest, it did sound like Andy to me.
Well, so it's my speech as well. My speech is not great, so.
Lauren, you've left that there, by the way.
Sharon, Babies and Butterflies, 83.78%. Phew, not be long and that one will be done, Sharon. When do you estimate it to be finished by? I would certainly think that you probably have it done by Christmas, surely, that, because it was 60 something and then 70 something percent not so long since. Katinka worked on my mauve butterfly all week. So switching over to the Amy Stewart's little cake shop. Yeah. You know, sometimes I get that I just want to work on a piece for longer. But yeah, you can get a bit sort of burnt out with it, can't you? Which is why I like now having this rotation. It seems to work for me. Sarah's pushing to finish another page of Master. Yeah, I've been watching that. I've been seeing it come up on Facebook as well, Sarah. It looks really, really good. Ready to rotate to something else? Yep, I bet. And I'm off away again. I took my princess with me to Nottingham. I'm off away again tomorrow with Andy, and I'm taking my princess with me again. Try and get some extra miles on her. Anna Karen stitching on Princess Eliana. Lovely. 4 hours, Mrs. Miggins. Holy moly, is that sort of 4 hours each way? Oh my goodness. I think I would have been exhausted and definitely not wanting to do anything other than, you know, get sort of curled up on my sofa, perhaps with TV remote in my hand and a cup of tea. That's if there was anything I ever wanted to watch on TV. I very rarely watch it, but there we go. Brittany. Hello, Brittany. Hope you're doing well. I see you're working on Haunted House, Donna Gelsinger. Donna Gelsinger seems quite popular. Certainly the Deer Creek pieces are very popular. I've seen. I know that I've seen a few people that have got that as a work in progress. What have I done here?
Oh dear, have you got to frog?
No, I haven't got to frog. I never frog me if I can help it. I fudge. Okay. Sharon wants to finish before Christmas if possible so I can start 2 new ones. Yeah. Good stuff. I still have my 10 rotation of 10 pieces. Those years are getting ever longer. I think for Night Cafe, it was something like 2058 or something daft like that now. It's good if I plan on living a long time, innit? Looking after myself keeps me going.
Well, tell them about your weight loss.
Oh, yeah, I will do. Hello, Rose in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Working on a Christmas small for a group of friends meeting in December. Lovely.
24 hours from Tulsa. Sorry, I couldn't resist that.
Try, dear, try. Yes, each way, 24 hours each way. Fell asleep when I got back, low. Blessed M25. Oh, don't like the M25. Last time we were on the M25, we didn't like it either, did we, love?
Don't remind me. I have a nickname for the M25. The
Wow.
world's biggest car park.
What happened last time you were on there?
You were with us when we came back from holiday. We just kept getting, every time we sped up, you sped up and you went for a mile and then had to slow right down to a crawl again. And I'm pretty sure that they were taking a mickey with the signs because they're saying like 30 mile an hour and you were doing about 2. Now, I dislike the M25. Sheila, hello, Sheila. You have a new start. Bohemia by Medusa doll maker, Gecko Rouge. For anybody that is a fan of Medusa doll maker, Gecko Rouge are retiring her artwork very soon. And I don't think that they're doing layaway. So if you've got an eye on a Medusa doll maker, get it in. I think that's everything. So I think Gamer Nouveau's a Medusa doll maker as well, if I remember right. And I'm just going to have a quick look. Bounce by artist.
I'm just sat here wondering what you're talking about.
Well, I don't think it's very difficult, Andy. They've got an artist called Medusa doll maker and they're retiring all their art. So they won't be doing any more Medusa doll maker kits. Yeah, Gamer Nouveau, the Witches that she's done as well. There's Morticia and I think Wednesday as well. Yeah, Wednesday. Nightmare Before Christmas with or without background, you know, them kind of ones. The Evil Queen. So, yeah, if you are a fan of Medusa doll maker from Gecko Rouge, you know, and you want a kit, go and grab one.
Otherwise, it may be too late.
Yeah, indeed. Doesn't Medusa doll maker have an Etsy shop? No idea. But if she does, great. I'll be getting a few, especially if it's just PDF. So yeah, that would be a good thing if she does. But yeah, and it's nice to know that that they're not going completely off the radar. I think Gamer Nouveau, I think, was one I've seen done most of hers. Everybody's done Gamer Nouveau apart from me. I haven't done it.
Well, why not?
Because I haven't bought that kit. Hello, Nadal Suit. Hope you are well. And what are you busy stitching on today? Good news is she has an Etsy shop of her own charting, but sometimes uses very few colours. Yeah, I think sort of Gecko is that most cross-stitch designers try and use a minimum of at least 80 colours, don't they? And if she's only using a few, the definition's not going to be there.
Ooh.
I keep saying I want to start an Etsy shop and do some patterns, but I just don't have that imagination, I don't think. You know, looking at, you know, I'd have to have somebody else's artwork because I'm not artistic at all. If I've knitted today, Nadal sucked. Husband wants new socks. I've never knitted socks. I've seen people with the DPNs and stuff, but I've never knitted socks. Maybe it's something I should put on my list to have a bash at. Brittany, she does have an Etsy, but not all the ones from Gecko Rouge are there, like Morticia, which is the one that I want. Yeah. Heather, purchased another gecko on Friday. I need to stop. Well, I've got another gecko on the way. And, you know, like I said, I think what I'm doing is I'm saving up so 2025 can be the year of the gecko and just simply, you know, sit and stitch on, well, mainly stitch on gecko kits, but obviously keep my others going as well. So, because if there's no new starts, there might well be a finish or two next year. We can only hope. Nadal, my husband pushed me in a wool shop on Friday. Well, you know, we're all crafters. Do we really need that much pushing? Unless you're not keen on knitting the socks. So, yeah. That stitch doesn't look right. It looks crooked. Let me redo it. Yeah. No, it's not that one. It's that one. So me and Andy are off up to Cumbria tomorrow for a couple of days. Plenty of walking. I'll take, as I said, I am taking my princess with me. And yeah, another day or two away.
You're taking the box stopper crochet?
Yeah, I'm taking some crochet as well. Then on Saturday, Lauren and I are going to Manchester for the day. We're going to go and do some shopping, aren't we, kid? Going to the Christmas market. Sharon, they're really easy to knit, and Winwick Mum does a step-by-step instruction. Sounds good. Is that a floss tube or a YouTuber, or is it Instagram, a blog? Where do I find Winwick Mum, Sharon? How is my crocheting coming along? Right, well, I have the form of the Christmas tree. Let me just move this back a second. So this is the tree. Obviously, it's a cone, which I need to fill and then crochet on a base. So I will decorate this with buttons and other sort of trimmings and things. The base is done. And I've started on some present shapes, some squares, which I'll sew together and make into like a gift, a present shape. So yeah, that's getting there. I should be taking it with me and doing some more work on it as well, probably in the car. It's easier to crochet than stitch in the car. So very easy to do. I found a pattern on Gathered. Gathered being sort of the site, you know, which you go on for World of Cross Stitching and stuff to enter their competitions. But yeah, I found a pattern on there, and I found a wreath pattern and a candy cane pattern and so on and so forth. So I'm not stuck for patterns for elements of this topper. So yeah, really pleased. She has a blog, a Facebook group, and a YouTube video. Right, okay, I will go and find that. Alice, hello Alice, how are you? Creeping across from TVI.
Oh, hello.
I'm a Alice crossover.
Butler kind of Alice.
Yeah.
Hello.
I've crocheted socks before. It was a while ago, and the pattern I used was really easy and true to size. Do knitted and crocheted socks, do they last longer than shop bought ones? Asking for a friend. Looking at Andy.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you go through socks like no tomorrow.
Well, I kind of do. But then again, I walk around a lot.
Yeah.
It kind of, it's kind of, you know, had to be expected, really. I'm very surprised I didn't burn through any socks this last week, actually.
Tree looks brilliant. Thank you, Sharon and Sherry. Yeah, it's quite an easy pattern. It's a magic ring, and you know, crochet so many into the magic ring, and then you have one row of increasing, and then you do 2 rows of just plain stitching, that kind of thing. I did slightly adjust it because I wanted the tree to be taller than the pattern called for, so I have added some extra rows onto it. But yeah, it's just double crocheting and slip stitching, dead easy. So, and I've got my stuffing for it. So I'll think the best knitting videos step by step are from Eliza from Switzerland. With her videos, I've reactivated my knitting skills. Very cool. I'll have to have a look for her too. I do knit as well, but I've never done socks because I've never done, like, you know, multiple needle knitting, apart from just the standard two knitting needles or a circular needle. I've never done like DPN needle knitting, so that would definitely be new skills for me. When McMum's sock patterns are great, that's how I learn knitting socks. Right, I will go and take a look at her. That's a couple of recommendations now for this lady. So yeah, I will be going and taking a look. And the other thing I've heard about but not tried is Tunisian crochet. I mean, obviously I know that, you know, that probably wouldn't translate into socks, but it's just like another way of crocheting. Right, so knitted socks do last longer. Might see some sock yarn in my future. And have to learn to knit Andy some socks. He's very heavy, very hard on socks.
But like I said, I walk a lot.
Yes, we know you
And
walk
so
a lot.
because of that.
Yes, you walk holes through. I bought a magazine which includes knitted and crochet sock patterns. Yeah, I think I wonder if crochet ones would be thicker than knitted. I mean, I could be wrong. Do crochet socks come out bigger than knitted ones, thicker than knitted?
I would say they do. They use more wool, don't they?
Not necessarily.
I mean, this is me who is a complete non-expert.
Oh, there you go. Okay. If you use the magic loop method, it's like knitting with 2 needles. Oh, right, okay. And you can knit socks on a circular, no problem. I think I've only ever used a circular needle in the dim and distant past when I was knitting cardigans or jumpers, and there was either a yoke or a button and buttonhole band that was all knitted together. I don't think I certainly haven't used a circular needle for anything small like socks. We'd make Mum master tutorials with DP needles and short circulars and magic loop. This lady sounds like that she's got everything covered, and I'm going to have to go find her, I think. It's what I love about these lives. It's, you know, there's plenty of opportunity to ask and get these answers. It's great. Thank you for this. Crochet ones are thicker. Yeah, I thought they would be, Alice. When I was working, I would knit at my desk because I was on the phone. Socks are easy to pick up and knit. Yeah. I did a bit of crochet at my desk last week because I was on a task where I wasn't on the phones. I was on like a live chat. And occasionally I might sort of pick up and either do a bit of stitching or a bit of crochet, depending on what I've got on. So obviously this time the crochet one out. And Hannah wants a blanket in the basket weave pattern that I've done for the base of this topper. So but yeah, I'm hopeful that it's going to come out okay. Obviously, I've got to be very careful with what I put on it, because I don't want to put any. I will look at an angel for it, but any other kind of religious sort of iconography I'm not putting on there. So yeah. I'm looking at a bauble, no, a candy cane, a present, probably potentially a stocking. Might do a stocking, a wreath, and the tree. So have all these sort of things just kind of arranged around the tree kind of thing. I've got some pretty Christmassy buttons to decorate the tree with. Oh. You still have a ranting customer. More knitting time whilst they got it off their chest. Yeah. As long as you're there, putting in the old verbal nods to show that you're still listening. We have new neighbours. So our friendly local neighbourhood barn pot, who has now definitively left the area and the council repossessed the house. The council have now moved or let the house to new tenants. It appears to be a family. Mum, dad, and I think Hannah said son. So all being well, they will be much better than the one who was there before. So peace may return, or peace should return. They've been here over the last couple of days, bringing bits and pieces in and what have you. So hello, Angela. I'm working on Peacock Max colours from Heaven and Earth Designs. That's lovely. Hope you're doing well. As you can see, I've got my envy on the go. I am nearly 26% through this now. So just trying to think what else I've been up to this week. Now let's see. I worked Monday, Tuesday, so I was off on Wednesday. Wednesday I went and got my nails done. Thursday I went and got my hair done. And Saturday was the Nottingham trip with Hannah. Sunday lunch today, and his children were over. Nothing exciting today on the menu, just some roast chicken. Not too exciting. You all right there, dear?
Yes.
Right. Important news, weight loss. So this week I have managed to lose another 3.5 pounds. So that's 2 stone and 12 pounds, so nearly 3 stone. So 2 more pounds and I'll have lost 3 stone. I'm hoping to get that this week. And, you know, it's really strange. I got in the bath tonight and I washed my hair. And because I'm so used to my hair being halfway down my back, I was trying to pull my ponytail over, and of course it's not there anymore. But you'll see that tomorrow on my Stitch With Me. You'll have seen that on my Stitch With Me. No, let me get this right. You'll see it on my floss tube on Tuesday. So I was kind of, you know, flopping around my hair, sort of trying to, and there's no hair. So And then I got out of the bath, and tonight was the easiest time I think I've got out of the bath in years. I had the easiest, you know, I was able to sort of stand up without fear of slipping or falling or getting stuck or whatever. So, but yeah, very seeing a lot of benefits now. I mean, me and Hannah in Nottingham, we're doing like 15,000 steps a day.
Pretty good.
I'll tell you what, if I got a step each stitch I did, be doing well, wouldn't I? Naddlesticks, Nicola, you're so fast. Where are your helping hands? Do you mean my stitching, Naddlesticks? I've got one hand on top, one hand underneath. I am pretty much ambidextrous, although my right hand is slightly more dominant. But yeah, two hands.
Yep.
I'm just so used to stitching like this. So one of you ladies, I can't remember which one it is, and my apologies, has said that, you know, that my stitching, chatting, and marking off skills are quite unbelievable, because I managed to sort of seamlessly do and effortlessly do all three. Speaking, of course, is a problem. It's just what I'm used to, I think. Katinka, I have a question about sleeves. How come you stitching the border around first before stitching the middle? Well, I started stitching it typewriter method, but couldn't get into doing it like that. So I figured if I got all of the border in, I could just then work my way into the middle. It's just because of the curve on it, doesn't sort of lend itself to block by block or parking or anything like that. So yeah, it's just for something different, really. Stitch round the edge first, and then fill in the middle. But as you're seeing on the left side where there's a large chunk of skin, I figured it'd be best to do that. That stitch is already done. Best to do that so that it is in one colour and the same tension rather than sort of going back to it. So I just sort of did it like that. But as well as that, it'll also give me, once it's done, I mean, I know that we've got the measurements, but it'll give me a true visual of how big it'll be. And then, you know, what I need to do about framing and displaying. So yeah, it was just a random thing, really, just deciding to do it like that. All my pieces have been stitched differently, I think. Yeah, this one is sort of typewriter method, but not. And it's in sort of columns. Night Cafe is parking. She Sleeps Everything circular. Stitching shelf from the top all the way down. From the top to the bottom. My Josephine wall, I'm doing it in 80 by 80 stitch blocks. So yeah, everything's a bit different. I think having a different method for these pieces helps to sort of keep the interest in them as well. So every time I pick it up, there's something a little bit different. It you know, I'm I mean, I think I'm probably a little bit strange because I work everything differently, but honestly, the varieties of how you stitch is just as important as what you stitch, I think. And of course, you know, the fabrics have got their variety as well. Yeah. Thanks for the weight loss likes, ladies. Thank you. Yes, £3.5. I couldn't believe it. I was hoping for a couple, like I always do. Hope for £2. See what comes off. But that's 13 weigh-ins. So that's 3 months. Blimey. And just short of 3 stones. Or, well, it's exactly £40 that I've lost, if you want to look at it in pounds. Oh dear. It was very strange as well, because I was in the hotel with Hannah and I was in the bathroom and I sort of glanced up at the mirror and I'm like, blimey, I can actually see now where I've lost this weight, because my butt's not as big and my stomach's not as big. My shoulders are looking thinner. And I actually have a waist. And some of my tops are turning into dresses. So come on, done. I still keep saying I'm going to put a vote up in the community channel as well as to which is my favourite work in progress. Stitching Shelf gets a lot of love, and you know, people love when I put out a Stitching Shelf video, and Envy does as well. So I'm just wondering, what's your favourites? I don't really have a favourite piece, if I'm honest. I just love to work on them all. Work on them all, a bit of rotation, 1,000 stitches a pop on each one. Yeah, quite happy with that. I just need more stitchy time, don't we all? Let's mark this little lot off before I get lost. So there was a retreat going off this weekend. I didn't get an opportunity to go. It was the one at Retford, the Floss Friends UK Stitchers Retreat. I went to it last year, but didn't. I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it this year. And it's a shame, actually. I would have liked to have seen some of the ladies again, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure there'll be other opportunities. Any of you been to a stitchy retreat? And if not, would you go to one? And if you have, would you go again? I'd love to host a retreat. I really would. I've seen a few that have been sort of knocking around here in the UK. There's like the not only but also Mirabilia one. There's Essex Needles. There's been a couple of Yorkshire ones. But yeah, I've seen a few around and about, but I've only been to the one. And maybe next year I ought to see if I can't get to another. In Germany, retreats aren't so popular. Her Fior stitched are a little circle of people. Ah. So you kind of have a different outlook on retreats in Germany. Going to first one at the end of the month, Essex Needles. Ah, yes, that's one that is that Ellie Welly Stitcher who hosts that one? Or Teresa? I can't remember. Or both of them even. I can't even remember. Okay. Booked for the big stitch in July next year in Sheffield. Yeah, that's not far from me, but I don't know if I'll be going to that. I don't think I am. I mean, if I can get, I will, but big stitches in Magna. There's going to be at Magna, which is like literally on the route that I would take to work. Pass it when I go to work. Mrs. Miggins, I've got my place booked for Essex Needle Retreat in March. Ah, you see, you two, you, Sharon, Mrs. Miggins, forging that connection there now, both at Essex Needles. Yeah, I thought it was Teresa and Elaine, yeah. Book for the day. It would be great to meet you. I'll have a look at it. I'm pretty sure that I've got it on sort of Facebook somewhere. I'll have to go and have another look at it and see about booking then. At least for the day. I'm coming down and say hi. Let's mark these off. What's that one? 471. 471. Next retreat in Germany is at Zweigart in the next few days. So I didn't know Zweigart themselves hosted retreats, or is there a place called Zweigart in Germany?
I don't know, but that's the kind of question that's right up my street. So
Yep.
give me a minute. It may even not be in Germany with a name like that. It could be Austria, it could be Switzerland.
Feel quite nervous about going, but it was you who encouraged me to do it. Me, or are you talking about Mrs. Miggins? Because if it was me, then I'm definitely going. They will meet at Zweigart.
No,
Right,
there
so
isn't.
it's the linen company then.
Unless I've spelt it wrong.
Yeah. For me, that's 700 kilometers. Blimey.
Is it spelled ZWIE?
EI.
Oh, no, it doesn't exist then.
Mm. 700 kilometers. Blimey. Right. So after I went to the one last year, yes, I did. I had a fantastic time, and I think going to retreat is definitely worth it. So you know what? It's a done deal. I'm going to have a look about booking the Big Stitch at least one of the days. Because it's not far from me. Yeah. I had sort of a little bit of a pipe dream, you know. It'd be nice to sort of own a little place in the country with some outdoor, with some sort of workshops and accommodation that, you know, I could sort of host my own, you know, retreats and stuff. But it's pipe dream, not happen. See lots of places when I'm out and about with Andy, and I just think, yeah.
Don't know what you're going to find in Cumbria.
Zweigart's the aid company with the orange line. Yeah, I've had Zweigart fabrics. In fact, this is. There we go. Zweigart on this one. Take my booking now. Great dream we'd all come. Bless you all. That's lovely. I mean, you know, if I ever win the lottery, that's what I'm doing. I am going to open a place in the country and have it as like a national cross-stitching retreat. And even international. I don't mind international. Yeah, if I win the lottery, Andy, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
You can have a camper van and travel the country, filming for Village Idiot, and I'll be busy hosting retreats.
Yes, it's yeah, it's a
bit of a pipe dream, isn't it? I thought somewhere nice, like in the middle of the Derbyshire Dales, somewhere like that. Somewhere with good transport links.
Well, I haven't done most of the Dales yet, so you know.
But what I did see of the Dales, we really loved, me and Hannah, if you remember.
I'm going to be back in the Dales in a couple of weeks. I'm sure people out there will probably know Derbyshire fairly well. So,
Maybe.
Sorry?
Maybe.
So going to Cromford. I'm sure people know Cromford.
You're going to go say hi to Kath.
I'm not planning to, but we'll see. Tansley, which is also near Matlock.
5, 2, 3. Bit of confetti in these high-vis.
Oh, I better sort that washing out.
Okay, okay.
I'll only have Lauren moaning at me if not.
Yeah, she soon snuck back off upstairs, hasn't she, bless her? Yes, Lauren surfed out her school blazer. Apparently there were things even in the pockets you couldn't identify.
It honestly, I don't know how or why that kid finds so much stuff just to hoard in the pockets.
It's a kid thing.
The thing is, when I was at school, I had a blazer because I went to a school that had a blazer as part of its uniform. I know some schools don't.
Most schools don't. It's not very often that you find one with a blazer in.
Oh, well, me and Lauren are in the same boat then, aren't we? My blazer used to have an inside pocket, and that's where I used to keep all my sort of random bits. But Lauren's doesn't appear to have one.
No,
So-
but a blazer's got 7 pockets, hasn't it?
They're all on the outside though. I don't think there's an inside pocket on it.
You know, there
So
must be.
all Lauren's stuff just basically gets lobbed in a sort of normal pockets. And it just, you know.
Oh, steady.
What?
Steady.
You get steady.
Hey, don't be rude to me. He's off getting the washing out the tumble dryer.
What?
So I'm chatting.
Oh.
Yeah, what?
I thought you were talking to me.
No, I wasn't talking to you.
Well, how very dare.
Hi, very dare.
As it happens, it's not quite dry yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I am back. For a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, child?
Oh, hello. You've returned as well, I
Yeah,
see.
Lauren's back too.
Okay.
Speaking of clothes, why are you wearing a reflex? Do you mean a reflective vest, Katinka? Sometimes when Andy's in his videos, he might walk down a rural bit of road or, you know, be stood on the roadside and it's better to be seen. So really it's for safety
It's still there.
more than anything. And, you know, just so that it kind of looks official as well. And it's also a walking advert.
All right. You've got half an hour for bed, missus.
I know, I know.
Still getting a few views on that open all hours video.
Yeah, it's gone right.
Slowed right down. Excuse me, but the views are still there. Just under 105,000 now. We'll not be making 200,000 by Christmas.
No, no, we'll get 200,000 by Christmas now. I don't suppose it will ever get 200,000.
Well, you never know. All I've got to do is ask these ladies to go and watch it, and they will.
Yeah, put it on repeat again.
Yeah. So yeah, so for Andy, his high-vis jacket is a case of see and be seen, for his safety, and an advert at the same time. I don't wear one. I won't wear one.
People have suggested you wear a pink one.
Is pink my colour? No. Pink is not my colour. My colour is purples, blues, greens, but not pinks. Purples are very tenuous.
It's all gone very quiet.
It has, again. Some days there's loads to talk about, isn't there? Some days it just isn't. But you know, it's nice to feeling that I've got company while I stitch. It's just really nice. I like it. One, two, there. Has anyone started their Christmas shopping? I have. I've got a couple of bits, and I plan on doing a bit more in Manchester at the weekend. My eldest daughter, Hannah, has, I think she's got all of hers. She was instructing everybody to stay out of her bedroom tonight because she was wrapping. So
Hannah always likes to get Christmas shopping done out
Yeah.
very, very early.
Anna Karen says it's quiet because we're busy stitching. Too true. Sharon's a no. Sheila is here. Stitching is slow tonight because the 7-inch scar and 15 stitches that she got on Tuesday. What did you get those for, Sheila? What happened? And was it something, or was it something that was planned? You might have told me before, but it's been a minute and I forgot. Go Hannah, I've got one. Mrs. Miggins. Where's 500? No, not on that bit. Where is my colour?
Next to the other colours.
Yeah. Katinka was inspired by me and bought hoodies for several people.
Hoodies
You know,
are nice, man.
they are fantastic. I love mine. You love yours. And you know, Lauren loves hers. Jason and Lacey love theirs. Well, Jason certainly more than Lacey.
I don't know. Lacey's been wearing hers this weekend.
Yeah, but Jason's one is a lot more. And I don't think Hannah's not sort of too fussed, but yes, they are. They're great things. I love them. Best thing I think I ever bought. Nada will start a Christmas stocking, working a paper pattern. I'm very excited. How does it work for me? And then Christmas is finished. Whoa, brilliant. I haven't been early November organised for Christmas since 2001, when I was actually having Hannah, because I had all of the Christmas shopping done in October, and then I had about 6 weeks before she was born, because there was no way that, up to 6 weeks before she was born, that I was going to be, traipsing around shops doing Christmas shopping. And I think the year we moved here, we kept it simple. We did Christmas shop and we wrapped up presents and stuff, but we just kept it simple that year. But Christmas shopping is not exactly my idea of heaven. In fact, any kind of shopping is not really my thing. I'm not a disliker of shopping, but I'm not very decisive. If I'm looking for something and I don't know what I'm getting, like, for example, look for a gift for Andy's parents. I will be walking around with an idea that I need to get a gift for Andy's parents, but the what is something else entirely. And deciding what that should be is something else entirely. So, but if Andy said to me, I'd like to get a gift from my parents, and it should be, I don't know, a nice tea set, then I would go and find a tea set and be happy with that. That's how I am. Sheila, I had an old dialysis fistula in my left arm, and it's been expanding horribly for the last couple of years. I was told last Friday that op was Tuesday. Still feels a little tender in an understatement. Are you still having dialysis, Sheila? That sounds to be very painful, what you've had done there, but hopefully you'll be on the mend soon. Mrs. Miggins, me too, not really interested in shopping, except for cross-stitch, yeah. Now that shopping I can definitely get behind. Nadal Sook's ready since August. Holy moly. That's organised. Andy, ready since August.
August?
That's organised. I've started in August before. And, because what I do for the girls is I do them like a bag with all the bits and bobs in it. I don't wrap them up individually because that would take me forever. But, the stuff that they get every year, like night clothes, slippers, things like a diary, chocolate coins, the other little bits of traditional stuff that I throw in. They have a bag with all of that stuff in, and I usually start that around sort of August time. But I've been very lax. I haven't even started that yet this year. Very naughty of me. I have elderly aunts to buy for and struggle to get something with a bit of thought for them. Done all the normal stuff. Yeah. There comes a point in people's lives where, and what do you get? The people that have got everything. I think it was last year, for my stepdad, I knew that his towels were getting a little bit older and sort of threadbare. So I bought him a nice set of new towels, which he really appreciated. So sometimes, yes, you can see the idea of something that's going to be useful, but other than, I would like to thank God that he at least needs towels, because what on earth do I get? Very difficult to buy for. Sheila had a transplant in 2005, which lasted till 2 years ago. I'm still back on it now, 3 times a week for 4 hours, and at least an hour travelling each way. Holy moly. Is it something that you're able to take some stitching with you, Sheila, or is it, do the dialysis, do they use your arm and you're not able to stitch, or 3 times a week for 4 hours? That's like 12 hours on dialysis a week. That must be awful. No, not organised. So when you hear the wishes, then you just sort of go in there and get the gift. Is that what you're saying, Adelsuk? Yes? That, the idea is given, so then you go and act on it, and you're prepared. You're definitely still more organised than me, even with that. Sarah's sister had the same thing, Sheila. Transplant in 2003, and then in the last year back on dialysis. So I take it then that, if you do have a kidney transplant, it's not, it's a moderate term thing, isn't it? But it's certainly not a long term thing. So I take it then that are you back on the transplant list, Sheila, waiting for a new kidney? I just can't imagine something taking up so much of your time. It must be not the most pleasant of things. Hearing a bit of traffic outside tonight. What's going on? Have you put the bin out, darling, for tomorrow?
No, that'll go out in the morning.
Okay.
We're not like Dean next door.
No. I have tubes coming out of my jugular this time so I can move my arms. I regularly looked at as if I have horns while stitching, because I use a mag-ice. All right. I stitch in the office when I'm on my lunch break, and I took the crochet in last week, and people I sit sort of near to where in what we call it a breakout area, and there's like a scattered seating of different types, and I get on like a little sofa, like a little square back sofa, and I get out my stitching or crochet or whatever, and I can see over to the coffee machine, and people can use the sink and look up and they'll see me. And nobody's yet asked what I'm doing.
This time.
Yeah, definitely. But I have had one or two sort of odd looks, particularly from the men. I have noticed.
Nothing odd about stitching.
No,
think-
well, I say an odd look, as if to like a sort of a quizzical, what on earth are you doing kind of look. Because it's, women, without wishing to sound like it's a massive sweeping generalisation, because I know men stitch, it's more common for women to stitch, isn't it?
Well, I don't think you got any men in the chat, have you?
Well, nobody that said no. Not back on the list yet, but hopeful to be in the new year. Well, I wish you well with that, Sheila, and I keep everything crossed for you. And of course, if it does happen, do let us know. I'm sure everybody here, will wish you well as well. And for your sister too, Sarah. I can't imagine having to, be on dialysis, for all of that time. It's a proper time thief, but obviously very necessary. But yeah, we'll all be rooting for you. Oh dear, excuse me. That night in the hotel's catching up. It's ticking radiator.
Yeah, you've got a couple more hotel nights coming up, Nikki.
As long as the radiator doesn't tick, I'll be all right. You'll probably hear me from Scotland if I do get one. I'm sure we will, Sheila. I'm sure we will. But yes, we'll definitely be rooting for you. But hey, the good thing is that at least you can stitch. I should imagine that if the dialysis catheters were going in and out of your arms, then that would be a bit difficult. I do think this is a nice way to end our week. Don't you, dear?
Yes.
Thank you. Pattern Keeper's not playing the game. I think it just doesn't like my nails. I ought to do what Komari has done and get one of those pen things for me tablet. I don't know if any of you have seen her lives just lately, but the first couple where she got a Pattern Keeper, it was like, I don't think she really liked it much. I think she's getting used to it now. I don't know where I'd be without it. Absolute game changer for me. When I remember when I first got it, and I was like, "Oh, this is brilliant." Because working off a paper pattern, I'd work in a 10 by 10 square, and I'd so often miss out a square or two, and it was so frustrating. But of course, with Pattern Keeper, that doesn't happen, or rarely happens. So occasionally miss out a stitch. I might mark one off that I've not actually physically stitched, but not very often. Yes, Pattern Keeper, followed by my Lowry stand, are my two favourite gadgets. I can manage without my Lowry stand, but I don't think I could manage without my Pattern Keeper now. So used to it. Do I back up my progress? Nope, I have no idea how to. But my tablet that I use for Pattern Keeper is solely for Pattern Keeper. I might occasionally use Google on it, but I don't even, like when I go anywhere and take it with me, I don't even connect it to internet. How do you back up progress? Is it easy to do? Might be an idea, considering that I don't necessarily work in straight lines. You're keeping singing it.
I've got a little bit of sun in my head.
Yeah. Okay. Let's fill in these stitches. 520. Yes, very. 3 dots on front of pattern. Press export progress and save to Google Drive. Oh, right. Let's have a look. Oh, do you know, I've got fat fingers. Export progress, PK_progress file. Cool. Right. Might start doing that then. And can you override it? Overwrite it. Say, for example, if I exported the progress today and if I did it again tomorrow, could I just overwrite the existing file kind of thing? Because if so, that'd be dead handy. I email my backups to myself. Yeah, I email my patterns to myself. So I've got patterns I've got 4 email accounts and I've got patterns across all 4 of them. Yeah, now just look, that's same for me. My tablet isn't only ever connected to internet when I'm at home. Creates a new file but dated, so just delete the old ones. That's handy to know. Thank you, Sheila. I do it at the end of every night on my stitching part of my finishing for yeah. So it's like to record your progress kind of thing. That is a good idea. I think I might just start doing that. I mean, to be fair, I don't anticipate anything happening with this tablet, but you never know. And of course, you know, we never know what's around the corner, do we? So, yeah, I think backing up is going to be a good plan. And especially when it's the bigger files like Realm of Middle-earth, for example, which is, you know, like 790,000 stitches or something. I'm definitely into the 30% on that now. So yes, I shall start doing that, I think. Hopefully you never need the backups, but good if you do need them. You can also back up the PDF with stitches marked off, yeah. Hannah's not fed the cat yet, Andy. Can you send her a message, please? Right, I am about there, I think, for tonight. $270 stitches. I'm ready for a stretch and a walk around. I don't think it'll be long as I'm up the wooden hill. So thank you very much, ladies, and any gents that are maybe lurking in the background for your company. Yet another lovely Sunday evening. I just love the way that, you know, we round off our week like this. It's absolutely fantastic. So I should get time to film a stitch with me in a floss tube tomorrow in the morning, unless something drastic happens like I oversleep. But if that does, then, you know, then you might just have to wait another week. So I will see you all on the live next week if you're here. Other than that, just keep an eye out on the channel for videos dropping onto the channel during the week. All right. So take care, everyone. Thanks for chatting, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Say bye-bye, Andy.
Bye-bye.